Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot and astrology for April 6th through the 12th of 2020. Stick around at the end for some big announcements in terms of price cuts for all my readings, how to get 30% off of astrology, natal charts, compatibility charts through this amazing site called Truly Divine. So stick around at the end for that. And again, both of that information will always be in my description box below this video. Do stick around also for a giveaway information at the end, as well as some other big announcements. So stick around, guys. We're going to go over the astrology first, and then we're going to get into your specific outlook for your sign for the week ahead, okay? So we got some big stuff this week, and if you guys haven't, do make sure to check out your monthlies. I've been finding that the weeklies are really lending to the monthlies that I did for April 2020. So do check those out. Those are all up. And do be sure to, especially to check out your weeklies for your rising sign first, then your sun and your moon. Rising sign does rule your whole chart, and I find that that really slaps for a good outlook, especially energy-wise, and how things are coming across to you for your week and month ahead. So let's start off with April 6th, Monday here. We have the moon void. It's moving from Virgo into Libra. And this week, I do want to say just outright, it is Aries season in full swing. So here we have the moon kind of bringing in some harmony here. Well, actually, it will be in general in harmony with a lot of planets. So there's going to be a lot of natural expression with yourself and with others today. There's going to be a lot of taking account, into the opposite side as the moon moves into Libra. And you're going to be very focused on resolving issues diplomatically, fairly, bringing about balance, peace, and harmony. Tuesday, we have some big stuff going on. We have the full moon in Libra. And Libra is all, about relationships, about balance, about harmony. So it's bringing in a lot of clarity about relationships, a lot of harmony and connections. Okay, so any type of connections, again, that have been dancing around each other, weird situations even from last September, or even beyond that, especially with all the, eclipses, go back to those eclipses. If you've been dancing around a partnership, a person, a love situation since then, you're going to find that that could be coming up for that definitive moment, that big oomph moment here. So we might be reaching pinnacles within relationships in terms of seeing where they're headed, where they're going. Big moments could happen. Couples that are already together may start more enjoyable projects to work on together. And you need to start looking again at how do you feel when you're together versus apart. You don't want to be using relationships to define yourself or to avoid being alone. So let's see what else is going on here. Also, we have Mars and Aquarius on the same day here, squaring Uranus and Taurus. This is big news because this really only happens twice every other year. And Uranus and Taurus is big, and Mars and Aquarius is also big because they're both fixed signs and they're both very stubborn signs. People that say that Aquarians aren't stubborn, you're wrong. Aquarians might be, in my opinion, more stubborn than Taurus is, in my personal knowledge and experience with them as a Taurus, and having other people say that too. It's they're kind of secretly very stubborn. So there's a really stubborn and intense, very combustible squaring here. So it could be very disruptive. Tempers might even pop off here, and it's going to be happening because our ideologies and our egos are going to be clashing again with these two fixed signs. So it's going to force you to be like, it's time to stand up for what I want. It's time for me to stand up for ourselves, especially if you've been putting off with it, okay? Putting that off. So steer clear of any people and situations that will explode. Keep a cool head, okay? Friday, April 10th is another pretty interesting thing and pretty nice thing actually going on, especially for all this other really Aries energy, with the sun in Aries and being in Aries season. We have Mercury also moving into Aries here. So there's a lot of expressive, quick-witted, speedy speech here. We're going to be more drawn to, saying one-liners rather than going into a whole soliloquy of, everything and, maybe even like writing out an essay to explain things. People are going to have short attention spans. Keep it short. Pay attention to what people are saying, because if they have to repeat themselves, you might find that suddenly you're in an argument, okay? Because there's a lot of argumentative energy within this, within Mercury and Aries here. So if you don't want to burn down any major bridges, keep your argumentative side in check. So, in terms of astrology, that's pretty much what's going on here. We might do a separate video for the full moon in Libra, not Libra. So check that out as well. All right, so let's get into the tarot reading for the week. All right, Sagittarius, let's use the Tarot Muka here and look at your week ahead. All right, for April 6th through the 12th. Let's check it out, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Definitely check out the reads for your moon sign this week with the Libra full moon, as well as your rising sign. And your monthlies are all up, guys, for April. Definitely check those out. And let's see what we get here. All right, Sagittarius. Your feelings, your emotion this week. Ooh, we'll take that, right? Let's look at career, business, finance. Let's look at love and relationships for Sagittarians this week. Ooh, one at a time. Love and relationships. Okay, that's nice. And anything that is happening, major events, situations, things coming into the lives of my Sagittarians this week. Yeah. All right. Let's check it out, guys. So how you're feeling here, your emotions, how you're feeling this week is Three of Cups. There's a lot to celebrate, have fun with. You could also be feeling a lot of camaraderie with friendships and people in your life. There's a lot to be celebrated here, a lot of happiness and a lot of fun times, again, to be had in terms of how you're feeling. You're feeling playful. Aries season always makes you guys more playful, more funny. Let's go out and do something fun. I'm not saying go out and do things right now. Maybe even, hit people up via the, the Zoom or Facebook chat or Discord, things like that, playing games together through online ways, communicating in those ways, having like a happy hour via, conference call or something like that, via FaceTime. So all those are really good. You have a pretty decent week ahead of you here. Career is kind of annoying, Four of Cups. You kind of have to deal with what you're given. It kind of feels like, okay, well, I kind of have the shit end of the stick right now, but I guess I'll deal with it. I'm not happy with what's being offered to me in terms of work. I'm not happy with where we're at, but there's also really not much I can actually do right now to change it. You can find different ways to change it when it is the Four of Cups. You can, but I want to say, honestly, it feels like there's not much able to do. Usually with the Four of Cups, I'm like, stop sitting in a dissatisfied place and do something else. And for some of you, that might actually be what you need to do. But with the situations right now, I wouldn't rock the boat. I would do the best with what you have right now and not try to lose a job, change it, do anything crazy. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, because what you're still getting paid. You're getting the opportunities that you want, even if it doesn't seem as pretty and wonderful as you would like it to be. You're winning the bread and more. And that's really what matters here with the Ace of Pentacles. There's new doorways, new opportunities. So keep your head down, doing what you're doing, even if it's not really fun right now. It feels like it leads to more, okay? You even have a lot of extra pressure on you because of the other situations. Let's look at love, though. Love is your card here, which is Temperance. There's a lot of balancing out here. There's a lot of, maturely adapting to a situation, learning something new. You guys are always on this continuous journey in your relationship. Let's grow together. Let's do more together. Let's learn about each other. There's a lot of beautiful energy there. Yeah, Six of Coins, finding how we balance out. And it feels not so much, like, let's divide things 50-50. You take these responsibilities, I take these responsibilities. This is what I need. This is what you need. Let's divide it that way. Let's, like, really, how do you feel when you're together versus when you're apart? What do you feel you need? What do you feel you're not getting? How can we divide up our responsibilities really to play off of each other's strengths and needs in a positive, healthy way? So there's all of that kind of stuff here. There's a lot of balancing, again, asking for help if you need it, asking for more where you need it in terms of love. And in terms of if you're single, you could be finding that, I don't know, I just get the sense that you're very popular, that this is you and these are all your fans. Like, I'll give you a sprinkle of it, but nothing more. I'm looking for the right person, but it's none of you. I have to test it out in time. It's that kind of stuff here. So if you're single, you're in a really balanced place and you're ready to look for what's actually going to be helpful and good for you in terms of love versus what looks good, seems good, and smells good, So it's also, your reading is just flying by right now. I'm liking it, though. We're going to go with it. Your major events this week is actually the Chariot. So if you can get things, and that feels like it has a lot to do with that work situation. If we can get things all moving in the same direction. Ooh, what's coming right out of the middle of the deck here? Another major arcana. The Star. Where are you going to take your Chariot here off to? Where are you going to drive it towards? It's time to look at, if you're trying to sit on two horses, one ass or not. How do we drive things in the same direction? It's like the control over the tension of opposites. Yes, it pushes it forward, but at some point you're going to have to all go in the same direction, or you're going to go in two different directions and break yourself in two. So it's time to figure out, either balancing that control, that's very specific control between the opposites, the tension between the opposites, and finding that perfect balance there. And that could have a lot to do with love and a lot to do with work, but it's finding how the tension can actually push you to go further. How, certain things that might not make sense together, or might make sense on their own. I cannot speak today, oh my god. Working actually together to push you further in some different areas. So there's a lot of progression and seeing things in a more transcendent way as we move forward. Where do you really want to go? Who do you really want to be? We're trying to control these different areas of our life, bring things back into balance, into harmony as we move into Aquarius season here. And it's time to start driving, this is where I want to go, so this is how I'm going to have to act now as we go there. This is how I'm going to have to change, how we're going to have to control these specific smaller things so we can get to the bigger thing that I really want to get to. That sense of healing, that sense of place, that perfect place that I'm trying to, the perfect life, the perfect job, where I want to live, how I'd like things to be. So let's see here. From the Lynn V. Andrews deck, let's get a card for you guys. Yeah, people don't even bother you this week, even if they're intense, harsh, anything like that. You're like so above it. You're having a good time. Ooh, truth. Are you living your truth? Ooh, sorry I have to hold it this way, but it's the only way I can read it. Are you living your truth? Your being is like a spirit lodge. Within this sacred place is your realization in the divine light of your creation. Live in your spirit lodge surrounded by peace and joy. Outside your lodge is the great wilderness where the rest of the world lives. That wilderness can become a battleground stained with the blood of ignorance and earthly pain. To have lasting power in the world, you must learn to trust those around you. Most people live without a sacred place within. To have lasting power in the world, you must earn the trust of those around you. Most people live without a sacred place within, without a spirit lodge, and they do not know how to enter the spirit lodges of others. Live within your sacred truth. So what's your truth versus how have you bent your truth for other people? Time to change that, right? Let's do a couple announcements here. Thank you guys again for all of your support, my Sages. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to share, hit that wiggly bell in the corner. It'll notify you whenever I go live and whenever I post up a video. Check me out over on Instagram, guys. I am doing a ton more content out over there. I'm going to be putting more videos, more photos, things over there. I'm going to really try to beef that up a little bit more right now, because I know that's where a lot of people are, going during all this crazy isolation and boring times that we're in. Also, if you do want to book a reading, guys, I am 20% off of all of my readings right now. So use this to get some cheaper readings if you need guidance and don't have a lot of money. I am again taking 20% off of all of my readings. All the info on booking a reading is below this video in the description box, along with all the information actually on trulydivine.com. I'm working with them right now and they are incredible. So you can use the code Deku30 to get 30% off of any astrology chart reading, astrology chart analysis, compatibility analysis on astrology charts for you and a partner, a numerology analysis for yourself or for you and a partner as well for compatibility. Like the resources are incredible. Their services are amazing. I've had my charts and compatibility stuff done and numerology by people in person, by other websites, other, systems and stuff like that. And this is the best that I've ever had. Like, I am so impressed by their work. I'm so impressed by their charts and how in-depth they go. So definitely use that code Deku30. You can use it more than once. You can also give it to as many people as you want. They can all use it as much as they want. So please use that code, guys. Share it around for trulydivine.com. Use the code again, Deku30, and all the info is below in the description box. One last thing, guys, if you want to enter this contest to win this awesome wire wrap bone ring that I have got here, these are little bone carved beads, and I'm also going to be giving away some crystals as well as a specially made spell sachet from me to you. All you have to do is either share a video, screenshot it, and then email me the screenshot of the shared video on social media. and you'll be entered into it from now until April 13th. You can do that, or you can also book a reading from now until April 13th, and you'll automatically be entered. So thank you again for all of your support. Love you guys so much. Love you, my Sagittarians. Have a wonderful and blessed week. Namaste.